Hi everyone, I'm using the Crow Tarot today for our reading. I'll choose 3 cards, read the base of the pack, and I'll also choose one from Anastat Sacred Spirit as well for some extra guidance as we're on this powerful full moon in Virgo. So the moon is in Virgo, the sun is in Pisces. At the time of this full moon, the moon is 16 degrees in Virgo and the sun is 19 degrees in Pisces. We're on the 7th day of March. And as we add all the sevens together that occur today, it adds to 28. So universally, it's a number 1 day, which brings in new beginnings. So a powerful and beautiful day today. And you can already feel the energies, these beautiful energies that are flowing from the cosmos. They're assisting us in this healing process. An hour after the full moon in Virgo, Saturn moves into Pisces. So we have an infusion of consciousness, we have an infusion of sacred downloads that are going to activate within us. And Saturn is moving into the final sign, which is Pisces. So it is incorporating all the wisdom that we've attained as Saturn has moved through all the zodiac signs. So this is the completion. This is actually bringing in the higher consciousness, the higher awareness of everything that we've been through. Saturn is the planet of karma, is the teacher, is the wisdom keeper, is Father Time. So it's showing us everything that we've been through, every challenge, but from a higher perspective. So we're receiving the enlightenment of the karmic relationships and the enlightenment of that whatever pain somebody has inflicted onto us or within us, we would never do that to another. So that is the lesson, that we felt it, we've gone through it, but we would never inflict it on another, not intentionally. So bringing in this wisdom of karma, of helping us to resolve it really quickly. And times where during this time, over the last 12 months, last 2.5 years, where we felt blocked, where we've not been able to understand what's going on, where we have been in a state of confusion, things starting to clear now, those blocks starting to shift. And Virgo is the full moon in Virgo and the sun in Pisces. Virgo is the sand. I see Virgo as the sand. And Pisces as the ocean. So work beautifully together. Opposites, but work and merge together perfectly, bringing in that consciousness and embodying that consciousness into this body. Virgo's the nurse, but works with, in this earthly realm, it's a earth sign. So healing through crystals, herbal teas, herbs, flower remedies, crystals, rocks, walking out into nature. Before I have a client who comes for shamanic, I will meditate and connect with Mother Earth and merge with that client and ask for a gift of healing for my client. And then I'll walk and there will be a rock that stands out, that is emanating, vibrating differently, so it's drawn my attention, and that is the gift for my client. So when we place rocks on our bodies, rocks from Mother Nature, rocks from outside, they will ground us, but also they draw out intrusions of the body. Oftentimes I'll find a rock the shape of a kidney, or even a brain, a womb, whatever I am connecting with my client. That rock will appear and it will be placed on my client, and it will draw out intrusions, and then I place it in water straight after it's placed in water to start to cleanse, and then I take it outside and place it back outside so it can cleanse and neutralize and recharge, like just the same as our crystals. So this is a time, a wonderful time of using everything that we have in our earthly realm. Virgo is connected with stress relief, ways of relieving stress, ways of helping others. Being mindful that we're not going in rescuing, because the moment we go in and start to rescue and do everything for that person, we start to incur karma, because that's their karma. And no matter what we resolve in their life at that time, that karma will be waiting for them in another situation. So we cannot rescue anyone from their karma. And it is not good for us to go in and rescue and incur karma, because we've come off our path, we've come out of alignment. But to bring in this higher consciousness, embody this higher consciousness that is divinely healing, and speak the words of healing to that person, of upliftment, of empowerment, of compassion, and hold the light for them without us going in having to, even for people close to us. And that's our hardest lesson, because the people closest to us, we want them to be happy, but they are on their own soul path. That we, as much as we love people close to us, our children, grandchildren, they will go on their own journey. No matter what we say, no matter how we try to help, they will not hear our words, because their soul is taking them on that journey. So being there to hold space, being there with the encouragement. The tarot card of Virgo that's connected to Virgo is the Hermit. So reminding us to go within, to keep that environment within us sacred, not to contaminate it with anything from the outside world, or watching any kind of media that's false, or that starts to incur any kind of fear. Really going within and connecting to that sacredness within, that inner temple within, listening to the divine guidance that is going to be flowing. Our intuition is clear. We're being guided. We have gone through so many challenges, and there will always be challenges in this third dimension. And it can get messy, but when we come within and we come from our heart and using our healing talents, our healing gifts to help any person who's going through challenges. So we start to become we assist them instead of going in rescuing. Also, Pisces is the ocean. It's the fish looking at each other, reminding us that everyone we look at, we're actually looking at ourselves, because we'll form a image of that person in our thoughts, in our feelings. And if we are forming an unkind image, that fish is looking back, that higher consciousness is looking back at our criticism. It could be a criticism of ourselves, not feeling good enough, of not being perfect, because this is what Virgo is, the perfectionist. It organizes, it loves organization. But when we stay in the attributes of Virgo and the attributes of Pisces, the emergence is so enlightening, so uplifting. Actually feeling the sacredness, anchoring itself, anchoring it within us, and allowing it to flow from us with divine wisdom, divine guidance. So I'm setting the intention. Oh, and Leo also in the mix of this full moon is bringing down that courage, the courage to not make excuses. When we make excuses because we don't want to do something, we try and to explain ourselves, look for and bring through excuses why we don't want to do something. That is draining of the spirit. That is exhausting for our spirit. When a simple no, the world doesn't end because we've said no. People still love us even though we're saying no. And if they don't, then the relationship was out of alignment. But they will, more often than not, they will still come back. So to be able to say no without having an excuse to follow, we have been being brainwashed to not say no. That it's bad to say no, when actually it's self-healing. It's something that's really important. And the moment we start saying no without any guilt, we get all that energy back from every time we've said yeah when we didn't want to do something. So the moment we stand in our power and reclaim our own divinity, all that energy comes back into this moment. No is a full sentence. We do not have to explain ourselves. We do not have to give excuses. It's a low vibration. It's a low frequency to stand upright and empowered and say no. We give everybody else then the permission to say no, especially our children, when they see that, you know, things still carry on, that nothing dramatic happens when we say no. We give them the courage to stand in their light as well. So lots of beautiful healing and higher consciousness realizations. So where we may have felt stuck, where we may have been in that place of confusion, things starting to clear now. Where we've been held in this holding place, waiting for a message or something to happen, things starting to clear now with the enlightenment of seeing through the illusion and why things have really happened the way they have, and taking that enlightenment and taking it and holding the wisdom of it. So beautiful energy. I just feel this energy of Saturn in Pisces is soft, it's gentle, it's enfolding us with consciousness, with divine intelligence, speaking to us, communicating with us, attuning us to these sacred symbols, these light codes that are flowing to earth at this time for our next part of our journey. So I'm setting the intention for a reading for the highest and greatest good for the collective or anyone who views this video. Also sat with the sun is Neptune. So Neptune is bringing through dreams, wild dreams. I'm having some really wild dreams, but they're very lucid. So anything that we have not resolved in the emotional, when we go to sleep at night, our emotions have got free for all in our mind. and our mind will interpret those emotions to the best of its ability. So it's looking at how these dreams are making us feel. We are interpreting those dreams and doing the healing work on that. It might leave us feeling a little bit out of alignment, or in a place of not really understanding those dreams. But look at what it's invoking emotionally, and as we work on those emotions and calm those emotions, and we start to have dreams then that are very enlightening, very spiritual. So there one, I'm asking now for a message for the highest and greatest good for the collective, or anyone who views this video. So there we have one, the Emperor. Two, the Eight of Swords. And three, the Six of Swords. Wow. So the Emperor is, we are moving through this time of coming from rigid structures to being flexible, allowing ourselves to flow, but still having that foundation of love. And the structures that we are starting to build are one that can stand any challenges, that are not rigid and will crumble. So they're more fluid, more conscious, with higher consciousness coming in, infused with divine intelligence, but being able to be flexible. The Emperor is sat there on his throne. He is perched on the sword, which is his thoughts. So he's keeping his thoughts connected to the higher consciousness. He's surrounded with blue, which is the spiritual. So he is there, and he is aware in this moment. He is aware of everything that is occurring around in his reality in that moment, because every single moment the universe is giving us signs, it's giving us messages, whether it's coming through music, whether it's coming on a signpost. Those messages are coming through loud and clear, and they will guide us. We do not have to go out searching for them. We do not have to go down every single avenue to find out answers. They will come to us, and we will be guided, especially in this energy now, this powerful energy of Pisces and Saturn, bringing through the learning of the mystical, of the magical. So the Emperor now, and the Emperor is the card connected to Aries, and we've got such a lot of Aries energy, and Aries again is the new beginning. It's the first sign of the zodiac. So we have Jupiter, Venus, Chiron, all in Aries, bringing in that beautiful breath of new life. And we're creating this new life as we go along, not holding rigid onto a fixation. We're actually creating it moment by moment, how we're feeling, how things are, in what listening to our bodies and how our bodies are feeling, and sitting with those feelings if they're not, if it is a feeling of discomfort, to really sit and ask for the healing in this feeling, the enlightenment in this feeling. And Saturn, the Father, who is helping us to heal from our karma, will bring that enlightenment to us. So even though it's the Emperor, it's not rigid, it's forever changing depending on how we're feeling. Our inner compass, our inner sacred being is now starting to awaken and guide us. As we're all awakening, then we have the Eight of Swords, feeling trapped. So this is what we were just speaking about. It's in the center. It's on its way. It's on its way out. The confusion, the feeling trapped, the feeling that we can't fly because our mental, we're so cluttered up with thoughts that actually block us, that are so limiting. So they're all shifting now. This is on the way out. And as it shifts, we start to see through that illusion that none of us are trapped. There's always options open to us. A million options open to us. The moment we have a better feeling, a better thought, a better feeling, we start to open up a new option, and we will start to lift our vibration up into synchronicity with that new vibration. It's all the changing of the thoughts. And Virgo is the declutterer, getting rid of the dust, getting rid of those limiting beliefs that Saturn is saying now. There's a notion of consciousness. It's limitless. Come out of that prison that our head holds us in for fear of whatever it may be. There's nothing for us to fear. We are all moving through this earthly life, doing it in our own unique way. Other people may not understand, and that is okay. They're not meant to. It's for us to really empower ourselves on our journey. So a time of freedom. So today, any thoughts that may come up that block us, that bring up any doubt, that bring anything from the past, no, it's coming up. Its final appearance, if you like, coming up for us to say, I don't need to carry it any longer. I don't need to hold it in my head any longer. I don't need those memories in my head any longer, because they drain, they exhaust, they create dis-ease within us. And nothing and no one is worth that. Changing our perspective of we're all waking up to this now, that we are our co-creator. We're co-creating this world, this new earth. And if we sat and thought of all the things that we love and what uplift us, and feel the excitement of really thinking those thoughts, feeling the excitement of them, feeling our body actually start to produce the endorphins that nourish and heal, giving us that energy to actually go out, and this is Aries giving us, and Jupiter giving us the motivation to go out and do what we love doing, instead of feeling that we have to sort everyone else out, that we're focusing on other people's challenges. And really that person is our medicine person, showing us, look Yvonne, look at my challenge, how it is upsetting you, how it is worrying you. And as soon as that happens, we know we are energy beings and we emit energy. So the moment I start worrying, it's like, no, I can't send this energy to my children, to any of my clients, my students. I cannot send that energy. Dissolve it, and hold them in light, hold them in light, hold them in light. And if we do that with every single situation within our life, things start to transform miraculously. And Pisces and Virgo coming together is miraculous. It brings miracles into our lives. So this is a breaking away now out of the prison of our heads, out of those thoughts, those limiting beliefs that churn over and over, that drag everything up. It's time to declutter, cultivate, and then we move on to the Six of Swords, to pastures new. So lots of movement going on now, as one by one these thoughts may arise. We'll have the enlightenment because Chiron is there in Aries with Jupiter, which is the spiritual planet, showing us what good is this thought doing, because every single thought goes out into our energy field and will start to create that whatever we're worrying about, that's all we will focus on till it gets bigger and bigger. Our heart is an electrical impulse. It's electrical, and every beat goes out and draws in what we are feeling. So with that wisdom that Saturn is bringing us, that worry, stress, anxiety creates disease. They do not add any joy to our life. They do not add extra to our life. No matter how much we worry about a situation, the only way we can transmute it is in this moment. And as we start to transmute it and see it in its healed, in reality, surrounded with light, lifted, allowing that divine intelligence to flow through us without any contamination of how we think it should occur, just holding them in light. Every situation, if we're in a career that is causing us stress, that stress is not going to create clarity in our career. It's our self-judgment, it's our doubt, it's a million and one heavy energies, and it's not serving us or our career. And even though we may be pressured and pressured and pressured, the stress will create more pressure. So when we surround that pressure, when we surround that challenge, whatever's going on, in light, just hold it in light. We don't have to fix it with our head, just hold it, and then we're opening up to the divine and bringing, which is beautiful with Saturn, and Saturn, the planet. So if there's anything karmic there, we'll receive the insights. Whatever's going on in there, we'll receive the insight, and at the end of the message will always be, is this serving you? Is this creating joy in your life? Is this creating health in your life? Is this uplifting you? And if it's not, dissolve it. Simple. We do not have to look at all the pressures and whatever is going on, just the feeling within us, the lump, the heavy lump that we may be carrying that's holding us down. Dissolve it, dissolve it. And then we start on this beautiful journey. Our mind takes us into a happier place, bringing in sacred messages, being that clear communicator, that medium of spirit, clear medium of spirit, of high consciousness, whether it's through our words, our writing, artistry, what our sounds, if we're creating sound, whatever it is, allow it to come through, because we all are have our own unique gift. And as we start to focus on that, and if we had to evacuate our home, what would we take? Really, what would we take if we had a few minutes to evacuate? I know I would take my Ruby, Romeo, Grace and Little Miss, my little fur babies, and Merlin. But what would we take in material? It's the same. Saturn is asking us that. What wisdom are we holding dear? What wisdom are we actually starting to live? So everything that we've gone through, what is it that we are holding dear? What wisdom? What learning? Because as we've gone through our learning and maybe gone through challenging times, we can then assist others who are going through those challenging times, to help to elevate the pressure that is placed upon them through those challenges. So everything happens and everything is learning. This earthly place is really teaching us, and Saturn is our teacher, is our father, but is enfolding us now in this divine healing from the challenges, from the karma that we've had to go through in this lifetime. So as the 6 is here, this is taking us into a new environment. Could be a move of home, move of career. The moment we start to really lift and attune ourselves in alignment to what makes us happy, the universe molds it. Everything outside of us is plasma, it's divine intelligence, and listening to every single thought, every feeling, and then morphing it and bringing it into our reality for us to experience. So it's starting to experience the good now, starting to experience freedom, carefreeness. And that's not that we don't care about anyone, it's that we don't worry, we don't stress, we actually love. And our heart can hold pain, and that pain can consume us, or it can hold love and it will dissolve that pain. And this is what's occurring now, this dissolvement of everything that has caused unrest within us, that's caused pain within us, taking us onto this new journey. And as we change our thoughts, we start to emit a different frequency out there. We feel the upliftment, so we start to draw in through our heart center. We start to draw in what we truly deserve, which is what we love most, and that's what we're here to do. So wonderful time. And the base of the pack is the 10 of Pentacles. So the 10 of Pentacles, anchoring this consciousness into this body, listening to it, being aware of everything around us, everything in our physical reality, in nature, is here to bring healing. Even the most difficult person, are people that we have met on our lives. They're our medicine people to show us what is going on within us, because if those emotions weren't there, if those judgments or criticisms weren't there, we would be in full acceptance of everyone. So this is the 10 of Pentacles, prosperity, good health, happiness. And this is what I feel for the next 2.5 years. We are really going to be focusing on our own well-being, and as we focus on our own well-being and fill our own cup, we have got enough then to share. And even with abundance, divine abundance, however we may, whether it comes through wisdom, whether we have it in finances to help people, whichever way it comes, to share, to have that give and receive, because as we give we receive. And when we're in alignment, when we've got no blocks of I can't accept this from that person, the universe will use anyone to help you out, and it sometimes will use the most difficult person that we can't take from. So it's like no, 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 and we are putting that resistance there. So we are putting a resistance not only onto our flow, but onto that person who is trying to help us. So it's to be open to receive with gratitude, realizing the universe is using every single person in our life, every animal in our life, to bring healing. And that's not always through love. Sometimes it's through the most difficult challenges. And as we start to accept and realize, like the fish, the Pisces, looking at it, whoever eyes I'm looking at, I'm looking into my own reflection. The eyes are the mirror of the soul, and will show me what is going on within me that's actually armoring or layering my soul, that I'm not seeing that true reflection. I'm seeing it through a distortion from the ego. So a time of abundance flowing to us now, as we focus on that, as we believe in that, as we know that we have this divine spark within us, and constantly tapping into it and allowing it to grow into that beautiful passion. And that passion will bring prosperity in whichever way. It will bring prosperity. It will bring a prosperity with our health, with our finances, with our earthly realm. So we are being showered now with divine abundance from the cosmos. And the card underneath this one is the World, which is the card connected to Saturn, letting us know we've done that completion now. It's just tying up the loose ends, getting the insights, that when we get those insights, we expand, we grow in wisdom, we grow in love, we grow in acceptance, but most importantly, we find freedom from the outside world, freedom from trying to please, freedom from trying to look for acceptance. We actually find it within ourselves, because once we accept everyone out there, we find that acceptance within here. And this is creating the new world, and this is the card connected to Saturn. So Saturn is bringing this wonderful energy, and we have the Lion, we have the Scorpio, and Scorpio is Pluto is connecting with Scorpio and the North Nodes. So again, we're at that critical point. Scorpio asks us to dig deep, because we can meditate and ask for these feelings to be dissolved, and it'll give us some respite. But we have got to be really careful that we're not going into escapism, that we're not facing these challenges. So Scorpio asks us to dig deep, to get down into that murky emotions, and to take the treasure, because there's treasure down there. And Scorpio brings that. It's deeply spiritual, and this energy it's going to be working away, cleansing and clearing us, so that we can tap into that divine within, with the infinity symbol as above, so below. Infinity brings abundance. And also I love to use the infinity symbol as if there's any situations in my life, I've mentioned this before, I'll place the situation that is causing me concern, or the person, and I'll place us both in one in each side of in each loop of the infinity, and whichever colour comes through, that's the colour of the infinity that I'm placing to cleanse whatever is blocking me from the insight of my own, for my own insight, not to understand the other person, but why am I feeling this, and to dissolve it. The lion again is bringing that beautiful energy of courage. It's the lion of Leo, those beautiful energies of the gateway that we all receive, that are getting stronger and stronger every year. Those attunements, the crow as the crown upon its head, symbolising passing through those limiting beliefs, opening up to the divine, having that open crown that is constantly upgrading. And then we have Taurus, and the sun is exacting the points of Taurus. So it's that, again, that point. Are we going to react from the old? Are we going to get triggered? Are we going to get stung and go in charging like the bull, causing destruction, because that's all it will do? Or are we going to stay in that middle point of, okay, let's go in and see why this is really triggering me the way it is, and is this doing me any good? Is it going to create destruction in my reality? So all these wonderful messages coming through this card, signifying everything from today. So this is a wonderful message from Saturn. Feel the energy of that completion, of that sacredness, of that reef of wisdom, all coming in today. And it's a process that will start to activate within us. So a beautiful day. So we have 4, 6, 4, 8, 12, 20, 18, 28, and the world 21. That's 48, 49, 49, 4, stability, 4, firm foundations. We're moving in, even though this energy is beautiful and fluid, just asking us to find our balance in this, and that creates a firm foundation of love. The number of the angelic realm, the angels letting us know that they're assisting us through all these transformations that we are going through, and to help us to keep in that beautiful flow instead of holding rigid or resistance, to just flow into this new earth that is Saturn is actually shining upon us. So wonderful cards there. So we are asking for a message from the Soul Fragments 33. Again, a powerful number. Just asking us to be balanced and restored. So all, as we said, talking about karma, are fragments of our souls stuck in karmic decks, stuck in karmic lessons. As we alchemize it in this moment, we bring those fragmentations of our soul which create the full mirror, so there's no distortion. So as we are bringing in these fragments of our soul now during this time of this enlightenment, coming into wholeness, and it will bring us into balance. And then the archangel is Archangel Gabriel. Make time again with channeling. Channel through words. Write a book. Sit and just keep writing and writing. Let all the words just come out, even if they don't make sense. And then as the channel gets stronger, it starts to become very spiritual. So Archangel Gabriel is helping us to, she's the archangel of messages, bringing through these heavenly messages in whichever way we are these bridges from heaven to earth, channeling whatever it is that we are passionate about, calling on Archangel Gabriel today to help us to be those clear channels for the angelic realm, for the galactic masters of light, for the star beings of light, being those clear channels so it can channel through us and we become the medium of the higher consciousness. So we're speaking from that high state of high vibration, high frequency, the language of light. Look for signs around you. Open a book, take your finger down, place your finger on a sentence and read that sentence, and it'll be a message for you. So using words are very important, because we've misused words. We have really misused words that we have harmed, because words can harm. And now it's the time to really use our words, the frequency of our words, and being the message coming through is that we are going to attune more to the vibration of how people are speaking, not just the words. So yeah, really listening to how we are speaking to ourselves, the dialogue that's coming through for us, and how we are speaking to others. It's our words create profound healing, and as we move up and connect to the higher frequencies, opening our hearts to really channel the messages from Archangel Gabriel, from the higher consciousness, and in whichever right we open up and write in a journal, write a book, even painting, through art, through anything in this earthly realm. We are now embodying the higher consciousness, and we are using it in our outside world. And everything we touch, when we do it from an aligned place, that creates an energy imprint that increases, that lifts the vibration of whatever we are doing. When we're doing it from that place of alignment, from that place of focusing on what we're doing in every single moment. And if our mind goes off somewhere, bring it back and refocus. So we're placing all our attention in alignment and infusing everything that we're doing with higher consciousness. So Archangel Gabriel stepping forward today. Connect with Archangel Gabriel, and Archangel Gabriel will open us up to become the purest medium, so that we're not speaking out from our experience or from past pain and infusing it and placing our doubts onto others. We're actually opening up with the healing messages from the divine. Such beautiful, beautiful cards today, bringing back every essence of our soul, restoring balance, soul fragments. all the karma debt that we have gone through and healed now, feeling the energy, the expansion and the joy. So a wonderful day today. I have gone on enough, so much I could say, but time's running out now, so I need to get ready for my client. So I'm sending so much love. Have a beautiful day in nature. The sun is shining here in the UK. Look up, absorb all that energy, feel it activating within you, feel it activating that that dormant being, that dormant DNA. As our soul fragments come back, our DNA is activated and activated. So such a wonderful day, such a beautiful message as well. So have a wonderful day, and I'm sending you so much love, and thank you so much for listening. God bless. Thank you.